Okay, hello, welcome to part 12, I believe, of Pistol Plays Dragon Age Origins Wolverine. Um, my schedule next week is going to be really interesting. Um, had to get to work at 7 in the morning on Monday, so gonna have a serious case of the Mondays. And I have no idea whether or not I'll actually be able to stream on Sunday because of that, because Sunday is the day when I hang out with my mom during most of the day, and then I might like just stream immediately when I get home. Um, Also, I may be doing a Minecraft stream at some point, um, because Minecraft is apparently becoming popular again. And since that's a game I actually like to play, um, it might be good to just capitalize on that. Well, strike where the iron is hot. Um, so I'll be taking a break from the game again. Um, a break from the game I'm using to take a break from another game. Um, I don't know. Uh, the stream might potentially be a combination of things. Because I might have already done a tour of my Minecraft, my main Minecraft world, which I was hoping to make into a server, but it's probably too old now. Um, is for like the Java edition. Um, Maybe do another tour of it if I updated tour. I don't think I've changed much anything about it though. Um, if I can look at like all the update stuff in creative mode, and like I don't know, see if I can tweak some of the stuff I've already built. Maybe I could do that. I could also do like survival mode gameplay, but on peaceful probably for the most part. Um, Cause how I roll. But anyway, also Liam O'Brien for D&D Beyond President. Finally, actually have a wallpaper. My old wallpaper was on my external hard drive, so Liam O'Brien is the Dragon Age. Although he's dead now, so. I think we're already like a couple questions away from the end, so I don't we have to like wait that long before we can just do a Minecraft thing. Really? Yeah, I'm getting it. I was trying to attack the friggin' spellcaster. Wow. Guys did a pretty good job of like just taking care of everything behind me while I focus on the caster. Another Topsider's blade? Well, that's a lot of gold. Well, that's it. Sell my shinings.
It's a trap.
Dang it. I was gonna try and turn that, but I level up. Okay, might be Ongrim.
I shall do it. Very well.
Oh, well, double save. I got a bad feeling about this.
Sometimes silence is better.
Hmm.
Damn it! We must fight for this doing.
Damn it. Go to hell. Maybe I shouldn't have gone that far in right away. Go to hell. Probably take out the leader like with some stealth or something, but apparently that was foolish.
begun.
Is this an optional battle entirely? That's Ogren, okay. Why not?
As you say.
Really? Yeah, we're supposed to lead them out here. Not kill Ogren.
Don't give them the advantage. Quickly, we must fight.
Or anyone else. Shit. Go to hell! Go to hell or you die! Is this a battle we're not meant to win at this point?
I shall do it.
Okay. Cool. Hold position.
More of the fiends ahead.
Hey, are these? Come on. Come and get us. You want some? Come get some. Are they all like long range assholes? Come on, get out of here. Come on, get out of here. Come on, come get some. Come get some.
Away with you!
Okay, good work.
It has begun. Very well.
Oh, yeah, I should probably turn it off. Okay, there's a trend look. Force Master. Force Master's hammer. That was the kind of key there, was divide and conquer, basically. And it's crazy that even on like the easiest difficulty, you still had to use a fair amount of strategy sometimes. Probably the main reason to play on easy difficulty is because there are difficulty spikes, and playing on very easy makes difficulty spikes tolerable. It's an ambush! Whoa!
Very well.
We need some potions here.
Our skill has won the day.
Shipping away in the wrong places. Following it around puts one in a lot of danger.
So we go for that battle again, like for the third time, without any casualties whatsoever. And then this happens. Something I've actually kind of learned recently, I'm not sure, this may be common knowledge and I may be complete and total idiot. It's not like that recently, but I think it's in the past few years or so, is that casualties doesn't mean death. It means, like, a big serious injuries. Or basically, like, I guess in warfare, it's like someone who is injured so grievously that they can no longer fight. At least until... Yeah. I believe that is what a casualty is. Oh, another manual save point. Are we getting another battle where we had to... Oh, we got undead here. Do we know when a turn undead spell? Use all of my moves. It'll certainly be easier for Lynn to do her job now. You know, it's 2 people she needs to heal.
Still here. Can't keep me down.
I believe that this upcoming fight is
begun.
something of a difficulty spike as well. Or one of the upcoming fights, like the actual like proper boss battle is or has been in my experience a difficulty spike. I don't know if it will be this time around. It depends on whether or not it's level scaled. Considering the encounters that we've been through recently.
It shall be done.
There you go. Here's another armor of the Legion. Wait, did I can't remember. I don't think I focused on Sprint. I think I focused on Cunning. Damn it. I'm trying to actually get like some skills besides. Yeah. Damn it. I forgot about like his armor stuff that we want to give him. He's kind of well on his way to another level up, but yeah. Like we're getting a fair amount of experience here.
First day they come and catch everyone.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're getting close to
Second day, they beat us and eat some for meat. Fifth day they return and it's another girl's turn.
yeah, this is
Sixth day, her screams we hear in our dreams.
yeah, I think it's coming up.
Seventh day, she grew as in her mouth they spew. Eighth day, we hated as she is violated.
Hmm. We're fighting Q-cap casters. Why is Andrin so frickin'? Is he supposed to have the Legion armor on now? Luckily, buy him really nice armor, and this is how Kier pays this. Like, do I need to respec him again?
I shall do it.
Ninth day she grins and devours her kin.
Yeah, here's a trigger warning, maybe? I don't know. Like, this is.
Now she does feast, as she's become the beast. First day they come and catch everyone. Second day, they beat us and eat some for meat. Third day, the men are all gnawed on again. Fourth day, we wait and fear for our fate. Fifth day, they return and it's another girl's turn. Sixth day, her screams we hear in our dreams. Seventh day, she grew as in her mouth they spew. Eighth day, we hated as she is violated. Ninth day, she grins and devours her kin. Now she does feast, as she's become the beast. First day they come and catch
Okay, we
everyone.
get it.
Second day, they beat us
I shall do
and
it.
eat some for meat. What is this? A human? Bland and unlikely. Feeding time brings only kin and clan. I am cruel to myself. You are a dream of strangers' faces and open doors.
This Darkspawn corruption looks different. Examine her closely. He appears to be suffering from a high fever. Her skin is pale and covered in dark blotches.
First day they come and catch everyone.
What is that chant?
It's what I've seen. What I will become. I force it into verse, so it is fantasy. Unreal. That's the only place I can hide. Because they make me. They make me eat. And then, all I could do was wish Laren went first. I wished it upon her so that I would be spared. But I had to watch. I had to see the change. How do you endure that? How did Branka endure?
Branka, where is she?
Do not talk of Branka, of what she did. Ancestors preserve us. Forgive me. I was her captain, and I didn't stop her. Her lover, and I could not turn her. Forgive her. But no, she cannot be forgiven. Not for what she did. Not for what she has become.
What did she do? What did Branka do?
I will not speak of her, what she did, of what we have become. I will not turn. I will not become what I have seen. Not Laren, not Branka.
This place makes my skin crawl.
Yeah. So, have you ever wondered how Darkspawn reproduce? First, you're really sick. You should probably get some psychological help for that.
She became obsessed. That is the word, but it is not strong enough. Blessed stone, there was nothing left in her but the anvil.
Okay, here.
Sometimes silence is best.
Oh, there's two of them. Uh-huh.
We tried to escape, but they found us. They took us all. Turned us.
I'm gonna store right can't. I'm gonna store right click can't unlock. Okay. Well, it is an ominous store, so I'm not sure we want to unlock it.
Lunamar. I thought it would have fallen into dust by now.
Legionnaire altar. There's the legionary key. I think we can give him the helm. Yeah, it'll take like 2 level ups to actually make him able to wear this. Can't respec him again. Okay, we've upped up the spirits.
mold to change until you are filled with them.
Very well. It shall be done.
They took Laren.
As you say.
They made her eat the others, our friends. She tore off her husband's face and drank his blood.
Just constantly saving. Okay.
And while she ate, she grew. She swelled and turned gray, and she smelled like them. They remade her in their image. Then she made more of them.
Take out the signet, Roman coat of arms, all that such ties, and you feel suggest that it's better intended either to join the old house or create a new one. Well, let's dig into this fleshy sack. Only good things can come from that.
Brood mother.
I don't know why I didn't just save here, but whatever. Yep. Yep. Nope. I meant nope. No, nope. All the nope. Kill the fire. Probably take care of the tentacles first. What the hell? Finisher! Okay, it wasn't. I mean, it was pretty epic, but at least we got it the first try.
That's where they come from. That's why they hate us. That's why they feed us. But the true abomination is not that it occurred, but that it was allowed. Branka, my love. The stone has punished me, dream friend. I am dying of something worse than death. Betrayal.
Okay. Broncholadus, apparently. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding. Yeah, this thing just kind of sits there. Invisible plot walls. Nice. Anvil of the Void.
If Branka is anywhere, this has to be it. She will not be unprepared.
What was that?
Let me be blunt with you. After all this time, my tolerance for social graces is fairly limited. That doesn't bother you, I hope.
Shave my back and call me an elf. Branka, by the stone! I barely recognized you.
Oghren. It figures you'd eventually find your way here. Hopefully you can find your way back more easily. And how shall I address you? Hired sword of the latest lordling to come looking for me? Or just the only one who didn't mind Oghren's ale breath?
Be respectful, woman. You're talking to a Grey Warden.
Ah, so an important errand boy, then. I suppose something serious has happened. Is Endrin dead? That seems most likely. He was on the old and wheezy side.
He's dead, yes, and the assembly is deadlocked.
Then what is your involvement in this? Why would a surfacer be interested in dwarven politics? You must have a patron. A highly placed patron. And they must want something in particular. Now, what might that be? I don't care if the Assembly puts a drunken monkey on the throne. Because our protector, our great invention, the thing that once made our armies the envy of the world, is lost to the very darkspawn it should be fighting. The Anvil of the Void. The means by which the ancients forged their army of golems and held off the first archdemon ever to rise. It's here. So close I can taste it.
Of course, there's a
The
catch.
anvil lies on the other side of a gauntlet of traps designed by Caridin himself. My people and I have given body and soul to unlocking its secrets. This is what's important. This has lasting meaning. If I succeed, the Dwarven people benefit. Kings, politics, all that is transitory. I've given up everything and would sacrifice anything to get the Anvil of the Void.
Include Espif and the others of your house?
Enough questions. If you wish me to get involved with this imbecilic election, I must first have the anvil. There's only one way out, Warden. Forward. Through Caridin's maze, and out to where the anvil waits.
What has this place done to you? I remember marrying a girl you could talk to for 1 minute and see her brilliance.
I am your paragon.
That's the thing about this sort of situation, is that basically you make a sacrifice. You sacrifice. You do something like really bad to get to your goal. And you do something terrible to get to your goal. Or to get a step closer to your goal. And you know what that does? That that deepens your obsession with the goal, because it's like, I did this terrible thing. And people died, people got transformed into broodmothers and all that. So I sold my soul. Or whatever. Like, you know, I did this terrible thing. So it has to be worth it. I have, like, you want to get to that goal even more, because you know, it has to mean something, basically. You know, all these terrible things I did have to mean something. And if I don't go and get this anvil, and if nothing comes of all the terrible things I did, then to get this far, then it was all meaningless. I am just a terrible person who got nothing from it. That is effectively the slippery slope of this kind of scenario. And it leads you to do another terrible thing, and another terrible thing, and another terrible thing. Until all the terrible things, you know, build up on top of each other. I mean, it was a lot of assumption that even led her to do these initial terrible things in the first place. But, yeah, doing terrible things can actually further the obsession, because, again, you don't want to, you know, it's the ends justify the means, and if they need to, they absolutely need to. If we don't even reach the ends, then it was all for nothing.
I needed people to test Paradin's traps. There's no way to break through except by trial and error. I sent them in. They were all mine, pledged to be my house, and they didn't want to help. They tried to leave me, even my Hespeth. But even she couldn't understand that when you reach for greatness, there are sacrifices, as many sacrifices as are needed.
As you say.
So if these are probably level 7, I can probably, or tier 7, or not tier 7, tier 3, I can probably. More Darkspawn, really? Can't it go to hell?
Excellent. She shouldn't have gone. She was pledged to me. She swore she'd do whatever it took to find the anvil. There was no other choice. Most of them were dying of the taint already. But some of the women were transforming. I knew what they would become. There would be an endless supply, fresh, dark spawn to test the traps. They could still serve me. Let me find the anvil. It was the only way.
Really? The Darkspawn are gonna come either way, I think. There's a shit ton of Darkspawn down here.
Very well.
Where's the trap?
Very well.
No right to fight me. They say your order is renowned for its wits as well as its brawn. Perhaps you'll do better than my poor clansmen. There's something about this place. It makes people despair.
It is
You
begun.
could just wait for me to come in here. Really? Another wave of enemies? Not fish cutting trainings yet. Wait for me to at least get all the trainings. That must have been a difficult burst. Really? Okay. I even... Any more evil monologuing? No? Okay. Well, you're still here though, but no more evil monologuing.
I shall do it. It shall be done.
No, okay. Dang it.
Don't give them the advantage. Best be wary. There is no glory in blood.
Hmm. Damn it, stop giving me shitty weapons. I need to.
Very well.
Oh, okay. Hey, can we go and find a room that's not full of poison? Please? The area's not quite full of poison, but... Damn it. Mm.
As you say.
What? Come on. Another save?
Look there, a cunning trap. It has begun. It's a trap.
What? Oh, come on. I was about to disarm it. I was disarming it, asshole. on, Grin. What the hell?
It has begun.
I'll eat you later in vain. Again, it's saving. It never ends. At the anvil?
More enemies ahead. It has begun.
Must have victory.
Don't give them the advantage.
Let us end this.
By the Maker!
Going to battle.
Foolish!
Must have victory. Comes to this. Strike quickly.
We must fight to restore it.
Okay. Okay, the defeat spirits near the anvils, charges the anvils, and allows us to
Back!
fight against where the hell this thing is.
Now we go into battle.
Hey, to chip in, you know. fight this guy.
We must fight. Let us do it quickly.
If I must.
Okay. It's not quite destroyed yet. Uh, if it's bleeding, then we still need to. If it's bleeding, we must kill it.
Damn you. We must fight. Let us do it quickly.
Actually, pretty well designed, like kind of puzzle boss. Okay, we're gonna make a hard save here.
My name is Carrigan. Once, longer ago than I care to think, I was a paragon to the dwarves of Orzammar.
Carradine, the Paragon Smith. Alive?
Ah, there is a voice I recognize. Shale of the House of Kadash. Step forward.
You know my name. Is it you that forged me then? Is it you that gave me my name?
Have you forgotten then? Ah, it has been so long. I made you into the golem you are now, Shale. But before that you were a dwarf, just as I was. The finest warrior to serve King Valtor, and the only woman to volunteer.
Yep.
The only woman? A dwarf?
I laid you on the anvil of the void, here in this very room, and put you into the form you now possess.
The Anvil of the Void. That is what we seek.
If you seek the anvil, then you must care about my story, or be doomed to relive it.
Made the anvil, I
Though
take
I
it.
made many things in my time, I rose to fame and earned my status based on a single item, the Anvil of the Void. It allowed me to forge a man of steel or stone, as flexible and clever as any soldier. As an army, they were invincible, but I told no one the cost. No mere smith, however skilled, has the power to create life. To make my golems live, I had to take their lives from elsewhere.
10 foot tall and invulnerable against worst face. Is that a shortcut? Was it worth it?
So said my king. I had only intended to use volunteers, but he was not satisfied, and soon a river of blood flowed out of this place. Finally, it was too much. I refused, and so Valtor had me put on the anvil next.
He seals it away, or Zamar could use it.
No! I entombed myself here to find a way to destroy the anvil. It must not be used again!
No! The anvil is mine! No one will take it from me!
Shale, you fought to destroy the anvil once. Do not allow it to fall into unthinking hands again!
You speak of things I do not remember. You say we fought. Did you use our control rods to command us to do so?
I destroyed the rods. Perhaps my apprentices eventually learned to replace the rods. I do not know. But if so, then all they need is the anvil to make all the slaves they need. You, please, help me destroy the anvil. Do not let it enslave more souls than it already has.
This is like a weird quandary. I mean, golems are kind of awesome. Like, if there is someone who is moral and just, then they would only take volunteers. I don't know if Balin would be quite that moral and just. Maybe he would. I mean, he's ruthless, but I don't think he's that bloodthirsty. I'm not sure he put it like, I won't let your guilt inconvenience me. I'm not sure if I quite put it that way. But this is kind of a example of maybe the notion that power corrupts. And I don't know, I'm a little bit with Warrunner that, here's a person I've been mentioning recently, that power enables. And if you have like darkness inside you, or you don't know how to manage that power properly, it can have the corruption that's already within you can kind of, or whatever, you can kind of cause you to use that power for evil. So like, if you have evil intentions or evil, I don't know, whatever, like, you know, if you don't have the moral fortitude to resist the temptation to use something for evil purposes or in an evil way, then it will enable you to do bad things. But it can also enable you just easily, a good person, to do really good things. So I won't make golems. Bronca, on the other hand, she might make golems. But, and granted, I'm not sure if Bronca should be in charge of this, to be honest. I mean, it's possibly we might convince her to accept only volunteers. You know, like just trust that like all of the things you sacrificed up to this point was worth it. Now, the sacrifices must stop. This is not what I want to say, but this is kind of the closest thing to, I guess, honesty and.
Your people on the surface believe that some magics are never worth the price of their use. Can you not see this is one of them?
Why are you listening? We had an agreement. I'm the one you came here to find, not him.
Bronca, you mad, bleeding nugtail. Does this thing mean so much to you that you can't even see what you've lost to get it?
Look around. Is this what our empire should look like? A crumbling tunnel filled with dark spawn spume? The anvil will let us take back our glory.
Yeah, and we could do great good with it. If we are a little more moral than you are. But
no one should be given dominion over another's soul.
so we
Everyone should know that.
we do away with control
It
rods.
is powerful, yes, but at far too high a price.
Great. Everyone who's with me is disagreeing with me. Also, like previous playthroughs, I think I have destroyed the anvil. I probably need to look into cheats to actually get everyone's approval back up. Like, I would only increase it by 50. So, like, whatever I lost here would not be regained. But also, like, everyone's souls, almost everyone's souls here are already kind of, like, screwed. I don't know. I mean, I kind of hate to do this, but, like, I kind of honestly want to, like, this is, I guess, some of the pragmatic elements of Sildur's character are like coming into play here, and Morgan would understand. Morgan would probably support us. I'm not sure about anyone else though, but
I cannot allow you to do this, stranger. To me, golems, defend the anvil, whatever the cost!
of course we're gonna get a boss fight because of it.
I
But
cannot be party to this. Caradon, I am yours to command.
oh, great. So we lose a character here. Are we just gonna lose Shell permanently after this? I mean, Shell went from like not caring to Can we get Bronco as a partner after this? Okay. Oh great, our healer's dead. Anger's about to die too. He doesn't know how to use frickin' healing items. Sorry. No! Go to hell! I don't know if I should frickin' like just side with this guy. Okay, well the battle's there's a save point right there, so that's frickin' that's lovely. I don't know if I'll use acidic coating here. Oh, great. Go to hell. I'm going to heal yourself again. Go to hell. Damn it, Shale. Why? Why'd you have to do this to us? After all of this not caring about anything at all. Suddenly you're like, no, I can't stand and let this happen. Let's make a bunch of other Shales that don't question our orders. I don't know, was any of this really worth it? Probably not.
As you say.
Anvil of the Void. So sweet. Such power.
You found the anvil. Are you happy now? Maybe we could go back to Orzammar, share the good news.
Look at it. It was worth it. All of it. The anvil is everything I thought it would be.
I should have known. I thought that once you had the anvil, you'd be satisfied.
Perhaps I could use it now. A reward for defeating Caridin. You wanted a crown, no? Or have you set your sights higher than the petty kings of Orzammar?
You can make Ongren into a golem. No, if Ongren volunteers himself, I will allow it, but no.
Then stand aside and I shall forge it for you. Take it to whomever you please. Lump of hot metal to go over a couple of empty heads. Now leave. It will take me some time to fully realize the mysteries here.
Well, good luck with your studies. In order to keep your end of the bargain.
Once Orzammar settles on its petty king, have him send for me. When next you lead your armies against the Archdemon, they will be shielded by a tide of steel men.
I hope
Volunteers.
this makes you happy, Branka. I don't think you understand what it costs to get you here.
Oh, stuff a rag in it, Oghren. Move on. Find a few whores. Sodding stone, I never thought you'd be the pining type. Now be gone.
Well, I'm gonna prove somehow. I don't think Wynn like radically disapproves. She's still neutral to us. I need to look into the actual like gifts you can get them. I don't know if there are enough gifts that can like. Really? Really? Okay, you could just destroy all of them. Here, have some rings. It gives you one less cunning. Or you can survive electricity. It goes from liquid metal from the Lyrian vein through it. dark stains attest to its bloody past. Built straight out of a stone on the floor, trying to move it would require you years to chip away at its base. What? Cancel. Okay.
Perhaps if I activate the lyrium ore in the principal node.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Shale. That's really weird. Like, Shale goes, like, in a snap, goes from still a stone tablet, chip age, and a great number of dwarven runes into a Cerberus. During dwarven, it appears a long list of names with stamp of other houses next to them. You recognize a few of the house names. At the bottom of the list are the words, "We honor those who have made the sacrifice, let their names be remembered." Are still deep enough tracing can be taken, allowing this information to be shared elsewhere. And what is this, can you tell?
Names. Long list of dwarves. Wait, hold on. We honor who have made this sacrifice. Let their names be remembered. Fart me a lullaby. It's a memorial. All the dwarves who became golems. Has to be. If there was some way of getting this back to the Shaper at Norzimar, I bet they'd brown their trousers and pay good gold for it. Probably both.
Let's take a tracing. Sweet.
Guess you both got what you wanted. Hope it was worth the cost. We should get back to the city now. Share the news.
Assembly, I need to know as soon as possible.
Yeah, those Deshers have been trying to destroy the city for years. Haven't managed yet.
Okay. Feels so dirty.
Lords of the Assembly, I call for order. This argument gets us nowhere.
Then why these delaying tactics? I call for a vote right now. My father has one living child to assume the Idukan throne. Who would deny him that?
Your father made me swear on his deathbed you would not succeed him.
I apologize for the interruption, Lord Stewart, but the Grey Warden has returned.
Well, Warden, what news do you bring?
You know, how shitty is it that you pay for this DLC? I mean, back when you had to pay for it, like, this is just the standard edition of the game now. Back when you actually had to pay for this DLC, how shitty is it that you get this character for DLC, and then, because you make one bad choice, you lose the character forever? Like, yeah, I think that's not like that's not even bad game design. That is just pure shit. I mean, I don't think there's any way to get like any other edition of the game besides the Ultimate Edition right now, but at least like on Origin and Steam. I don't know about like, well, yeah, like an Xbox Live or whatever. Probably like if you buy the standard edition, you have to pay for. You would probably have to pay for. Yeah, have to pay for the DLC, and you're like, oh no, I want to side with Bronca, or like I'm doing an evil playthrough or something. And then, like, you lose your DLC character you paid however much for. Because you made a choice. In my case, it was a calculated kind of moral choice. Like, it wasn't, like, out of any kind of malice or anything. It's just, we want an army. It would be helpful against the Blight to have an army of golems. Like, it's purely pragmatic. Yet we lose our DLC character that we would have ordinarily, back in the day, paid our hard-earned money for. Is that okay? I kind of don't think so. Like, there has to be kind of a way around that, or a way to persuade Shale to stay with us, or a way... I mean, Shale, I think, is kind of maxed out, actually. Maybe. Like, their affection for us is maxed out, or close to maxed out. It's pretty, like, high. I can't remember. I had to go back and look at it. But, like, if that is the case, then they literally should be loyal to us to the end. And if... Yeah. Rather than fighting against us and then freaking dying. Like, if that were the case, or if that is the case and I just didn't have maxed out, then I could kind of forgive it. But this is something we pay money for. Like, maybe not a lot, but yeah, you lose it because you made the wrong choice. Seriously, fuck you. Fuck EA, fuck BioWare, just... That might get me demonetized. This is a freaking M-rated game, what the hell do you expect? It is blood and gore, but how dare I say a bad word? Maybe the blood and gore in this game actually we can be demonetized anyway. And I can't even monetize my videos as it is anyway, so who the hell cares? But yeah. I do not agree with that choice. Like, if this were just an ordinary character and not part of a DLC, I'm pretty sure it's part of a DLC, then fine. I would accept that, like, this character will die as a result of our choice. Like, that's fine and dandy. And being part of the Ultimate Edition, I can't complain too much, but back in the day, when this was just a DLC, fuck you. And granted, I can still enjoy the character, in replays where I make a different choice, but still, it kind of pisses me off a little bit. I don't know, I guess no one's in chat to really agree with me, but, yeah, please, agree or disagree with me in the comments. Like, I really need more engagement in the comments. Maybe it'll be like years from now, like when people are actually going back through my archives and still feel free to comment. I might, you might have to like mention what it's about in the comment, but yeah, because it may be like I'll be like, what's this random comment? Oh yeah, it's that DLC thing. Yeah, I kind of. I bear a crown from Paragon Braga for her chosen king. Paragon Braga is alive, but she has chosen her king.
Braga still lives. Though she's mad as a nug at a tanner shop. She finally found the Anvil of the Void, and chose to stay in the deep to work it. She tasked this Grey Warden to give her crown to Orzamar's next king, chosen by the ancestors as a first in a millennium to lead a Golem army against a blight.
I would like to believe Ogren's word, but it's well known the Grey Warden is Balin's hireling.
Silence! Then tell us, Grey Warden, which king did Paragon Branca endorse?
Balin.
At last, this farce has ended, and I can take my rightful place on my father's throne.
You just turn around and give it to Harmont. Okay. The music is superseding the They can still be doing it in time to the music.
Let the memory
yeah.
find you worthy. First amidst the lords of the houses, the king of Orzammar.
Yeah. We really need to have that sound effect there. Like it can be in time to the music, but yeah.
Cannot defy a paragon. The throne is yours, King Balin.
Then as my first act as king, I call for this man's execution.
Really?
Guards, seize him!
Really? How about with an honorable rival, let him retire in peace.
You know better than anyone the war facing us, Warden. Orzammar cannot afford to be divided. Anyone undermining my reign is serving only the Darkspawn. I will return to my palace to gather my generals and prepare our forces for the surface. I will see you there, Warden. You have my gratitude for all you have done for me.
No persuasion check? Oh, come on. That's another minus if I were rating this game.
You have proven yourself and more, Warden. Without your aid, I would not have taken this throne so smoothly or so soon.
Congratulations, bravo. Now where are my troops?
I've already sent a mission to Branca. I'm certain by the time you call for us, I can send you a vanguard of golems for your army. Since you did more than I expected, I offer a personal reward as well. This was a mall favored by my brother Trian. Take it with you, as a reminder of your ties to Orzammar. Now, I have much to do. If there is nothing else...
I want my face on one of those big statues. I'll take that as a thank you.
As it was meant. Now, I must address my other petitioners. Come back and visit sometime.
Oh, I can probably get a achievement for the other character if we ever replay this, and then actually like do the right thing. There's a degree which like what she did, what's done is done, and I don't know if anyone ever finds out about what she did and wants to bring her to justice, then fine. I will have no problem with that. Heck, even if it means that we don't get golems.
You are stone carved, Warden. I've never seen the like. If I'd heard it secondhand, I'd have called it a sodding lie. Warden, we've got a king because of you. The rest, impressive, but the Legion is grateful most for restored leadership. It frees us to fight to the Darkspawn properly.
Can I need to fight right by my side?
Nay, our place is down here.
I need a replacement for my golem.
And you've got the skill, we'll make sure they have nowhere to retreat. You'll have us indirectly. That's more than any surfacer can say.
You just outside. Show the world your
You
skill.
alone have the skill to back up your words. Each of the Legion owes our homeland a death, but if our lives are better shed on the surface, so be it. Back to Orzammar when we win, though. I'll not stay topside to lose my stone sense.
Cool. At least we can get a persuasion check here. Can't like convince.
News of the hour. Lord Harrimont arrested. Thrown into prison awaiting execution. Epic fail.
Epic fail.
I can't believe the Assembly was foolish enough to put Balin on the throne. We will all suffer for it.
Really? Execute her!
Another generation of Idukans takes the throne. Thanks to you, we were on the winning side.
So I hear we have you to thank for putting a new Idukan on the throne. How is the surface managing without you?
Okay. This is just... Well, we should probably go to the Shaper it. Oh, there's Filda. He's
You've
the
returned.
Liduar.
With all the excitement over the new king, I never
Well, kind
expected
of.
you to remember my poor son. Did you learn anything about my ruck?
Your son is a dung-eating lunatic. I'm sorry, Ruck's dead. It's not a lie. We killed him. He's dead because we killed him. He died heroically long ago. And by long ago, I mean like a few hours ago. But,
Oh, my poor boy. I guess I knew, but I just wish I could have seen him one last time. Here, this is my husband's masterwork, the first shield he smithed. I don't have anyone to save it for anymore. I'd like you to have it, for what you risked to bring me this news.
oh, wait, Bruce. Oh, that's good.
You again. Here to buy something, or were you just thinking of wrecking another? Of course.
That's a blaster's kind of useful. don't have much use for any of this shit anymore. On the plus side, we can clear out our inventory. It's interesting that
It has begun.
News of the hour. Supporters of disgraced Lord Harrowmont take to the streets. Pandemonium increases by 10%.
oh come on, Harrowmont fanatics.
Join with Balin. We can't allow it.
Maybe he's right. Like, I mean, we did like support him kind of in the end. Of course, we could just not take Shale with us to this whole thing, and that's another way we could have kept her. We would have lost the whole scene, though, but you know.
It shall be done.
Still, my point stands. You can lose your DLC character. I mean, granted, it's a matter of speaking whether or not it's worth it.
Most impressive
for like the value you
Balin's
get out of
ascent
it
to
up
his
to that
father's
point.
throne has been recorded in the memories. Is there something more I can help you with?
I have some tracings you may be interested in.
What's this? A list of names. Most of these clans no longer even exist. Is this authentic?
You bet your hairy arse it is. Taken from a tablet in Caridin's fortress, no less.
Then is it true? The rumors of Caridin's so-called volunteers? Extraordinary! I would love to make a copy of this. The Shaperate has never had much information on Caridin and his golems, much less proof of this magnitude. Warden, I hope this artifact from our archives will suffice as a reward. I must inform the Shaperate at once.
Also, I hope that society would not stand for people just.
I started to worry. I didn't know if you were ever coming back. Did you find any records? Any sign of the old Orton Tig?
Had records right here.
You found them? Let me see. That's my great-grandmother's name. And her husband. Oh, great ancestors, it's them! It's me! I am an Orton. Oh, thank you. I have to take these to the assembly right away. Find me there. Once these are acknowledged, I'll give you any reward.
Also, I should probably note, like I spoke about like my idea of what dwarves are in my campaign setting earlier, and it's probably worth noting that there are some similarities between them and the Qunari. I can't remember whether or not this was something that I came up with before I played like Dragon Age 2 or Inquisition. So I think it may have been before Inquisition that I came. I don't know. Like, it might be somewhat inspired by Dragon Age, but they're not quite as dogmatic about it.
My name's Orta. After the old Orton house, they gave our seat back, and the records show which houses still owe House Orton money. One day, I will be able to properly thank you for all you've done for me.
Any money you can spare would help.
I don't know what treasure is left, but whatever I get, you can have as much as you want. I'll have to find someone willing to look. Maybe a whole expedition. If the Tig is still there, it must have something. House Orton will not forget this kindness. Didn't that sound official?
I think some of these things might even pay off in Awakening.
News of the hour. Supporters of disgraced Lord Harrowmont take to the streets.
I would not have voted for Balin, but I trust my mother's judgment. He may be just what Orzammar needs in these modern times.
Well, I see what sort of company you've taken up.
Okay. I think Orzammar is like probably the single longest set of quests in the game. I should probably head for the deep road because that's a quicker way out. Ironically.
It has begun.
If I just find that respec crow out here. I swear I've...
Orzammar has sent her best, Warden. It has been a long time since the Dwarven army has marched on the surface.
Do you need anything?
Outfitting any army on short notice, there's always room for more gear. Gems would serve the most utility. The Middlestone, sapphires and the like. We're dealing with many smaller foundries, and larger values might overwhelm.
Okay. Well, I had some, but I sold them, so, I believe Sten was already, maxed out. Yeah. Morgan, it's Alistair, and Wynn are the stragglers. And Ongren, kind of, but he's on his way. Again, I did find a way to Like, just... Or there's just a straight up cheat. Is there like console commands or something like that? Tilde key? Tilde key? No? Tilde swing key? Oh, you need to make a shortcut on your desktop and then enable developer console. Then I have to like adjust Okay. What? Why did it... Okay. So, we need to change the... Okay, do I have to like put it outside the quotation mark? Well, it's not valid. What the hell does that mean? Great. Go to hell. It won't even let me to allow me to do it. I'm talking about the origin version, really, but they will prevent you from thinking in the keep. Okay. Alright, this is like for the launcher. And this is for Dragon Age Origins that EXE though. I think. Well, what the hell? It's for Dragon Age Origins .exe. Well, I need to have a space before it. That's the freaking problem. I'm not sure if this is actually going to work. Because I think you need to change a file in settings? Key bindings. But if it's already by set to X, then I'll just hit the X key. Okay, so it might not shit, well, okay, I think it might be linked to an actual file that's available. Origin Games, Dragon Age. Oh, it's in documents, damn it. Age. Settings. Key bindings to NI. I'll pick it tilde key because that's what I'm used to using anyway. Or, so, run script. ZZ add approval. Damn it, I win 50. What? Wait. And Alice there. I'm only using this to correct a mistake that okay. Script the add approval when 50. Failing to notice the script. Oh, it's no. Okay. Run script. Use the add approval. Okay, what do we, how do we spell win then? Is it, there we go. It's lowercase. Okay, so that didn't do anything. It didn't do anything. What the hell? Okay. Let's see if that did anything. No, it didn't do anything. Didn't do shit. I'll choose to your player profile. I don't want to do that. Add Jory and Davos to your party. So have to look at like the approval sheet exactly. Okay. So this is like more detailed. Okay. So script. It's weird that it seems to like recognize. There we go. Okay. Now it's working. So, basically, this doesn't change anything except for those items we gave them, we never gave them. Again, need to reiterate. Those items that I was not aware or had forgotten completely kill their approval. That's what I'm reversing here. I am not, like, cheating in any other meaningful way. Except for, like, I guess the whole... If I to remove the temptation, I am quitting the game and... we delete this shortcut and go and play the game normally from here on out. There's something about like re-equipping your character.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? I'm sure you'll be pleased with...
Yeah, you don't ever get any more injury kits that we can buy, which is stupid. We just like craft them all ourselves. They probably purchase the...
anything I can do for you? I'm...
Interesting, we don't have like the ingredients for... There's a distillation agent and corruptor agent. I think the price up... We might need concentrator agents. We have to have plenty of those though. Maybe a distillation agent. We have one. Oh yeah, we need to get all of our... What is our level anyway? 16. We are only like one level higher than we were when we first tried to fight Plymouth, so... Yeah. We're probably gonna wait until just before we're ready to fight the Darkspawn. Now, can we find our respec Raven? I mean, we could just be using commands for this too, but we're better than that. We use mods. We'd probably be speaking of Alistair and Wynn.
What's on your mind?
Are you feeling better now?
Oh, yes, and thank you for asking. I'm feeling much better today.
I like making sure all my companions are well.
Well, thank you for your kindness, my dear. It certainly warms these rickety old bones.
She approved. Okay.
What's on your mind?
I was thinking about being a Grave Warden.
Is something troubling you?
Everyone expects so much from me.
No one said it would be easy. You are one of the 2 surviving Grey Wardens in Ferelden. You defend all of us, and much rests on your shoulders. It may not mean much to you, but thank you for having the courage to continue to fight.
I'll be ready when the time comes.
And that gives me hope. Have you heard
Proves a little
much
bit.
about the Grey Wardens of old?
Yeah, they were more respected in the old days.
It was said that watching the Wardens ride in on their white griffins was enough to rouse a weary heart and put the dance back in the step of an old man. The Grey Wardens were powerful, feared and respected, but they also inspired the common people. I remember a tale that was told to me many years ago.
Story have griffins in it?
Maker's mercy, it's like talking to a child.
Does it have griffins in it or not?
Yes, there are griffins in this story. The Blight had ravaged the land for months, and the armies of the great kings had amassed for one last stand. As the sun burst through the clouds that boiled and churned in the dark sky above, it illuminated a vast, seething horde of Darkspawn, with the archdemon at its head. And it was then, when courage seemed to fail, and all lost to death and despair, that the Grey Wardens came. They arrived with the beating of wings like mighty war drums, and stood before the armies of men.
Griffins? Okay. And what happened
The
then?
Grey Wardens, grim and fearless, marched forth, ever between the men and the encroaching Darkspawn. They formed a shield of their own bodies and held that line until the Archdemon was dead, and the last Darkspawn lay trampled in the dirt. And then, demanding neither reward nor recognition for their sacrifice, the Grey Wardens departed. When the clouds finally rolled back, and the sun shone full upon the blighted ground, the great kings knew that they had lost no men, and none of their blood had been spilled.
And griffins? Story isn't about a specific battle, is it?
You are observant. This is a tale about no battle the Grey Wardens have fought, and yet about them all. They have always defended us from the Darkspawn, taking losses so we do not have to. People may have forgotten over the centuries, but nothing has changed. This knowledge has been blessing and burden to Grey Wardens past, and now it shall be your blessing. and your burden.
+2. Who's taking baby steps here?
What's on your mind?
Grey Warden, I'll never lead normal life, will I?
No, you won't.
Oh, you're blunt. I don't think it's ever meant to be normal.
I don't think so either. You would not have been happy living a dull, uneventful life, dying in obscurity. You wonder sometimes, don't you? If your life would be better if you weren't who you are.
A little.
When I was a young woman in the tower, I came to the realization that the circle would be my life, and I would know no other. Family, love, a simple life. These were things that others took for granted, that I would never have.
Grass is always greener on the other side.
It made me very moody. All I could think of was being trapped in that tower with no way out and no end in sight. I started hating my life and myself, and one night I found myself in the tower's chapel. I was seeking refuge, maybe answers.
We'll have to come to terms with your life eventually. Oh, so did you find anything?
I must have looked tearful or made some noise, because the revered mother came out and decided to speak to me. And because I had no one else to talk to, I talked to her. I must have said many silly things, but she told me that the Maker puts us all on our paths for a reason, and fighting our intended course is what causes so much anguish.
She's right.
I thought the old biddy was full of rubbish. I was 15, maybe 16, and I knew everything. So I left, but I always found my way back to that chapel. And as the years passed, I began to see the truth of her words. We were supposed to be polar opposites, mage and priest. But we weren't. There was much about us that was the same.
That'd be nice. That's going to make me throw up. Those priests have to give up a lot too.
The revered mother had lived in the chantry all her life, as I had been in the tower for all of mine. She taught me that you can find your family in the people around you, that you can love your work and find fulfillment in duty, and there is joy even in self-sacrifice. If you put others before yourself, then their well-being is yours, and their happiness is your happiness.
Won't be easy to live that way.
You can scream and cry and be angry about life as a Grey Warden, or you can accept it and allow yourself to see the good in it. This is your choice.
One for all of that.
What's
One.
on your mind? I will answer to the best of my ability.
Nothing right now. Okay. So to shower her, give gifts or something. Or use the cheat console again. I don't know. I can't remember if there's even like any event or item that like triggers her to
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Chances are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up.
friend us at the Grey Wardens.
I'm not talking about a friend exactly. And no, it's not that sort of friend either. The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only, I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret after all. But, after I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim.
That's wonderful news.
She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the Blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
What we could try?
Could we? I'd appreciate that. If something happened to her and I never went to at least see her, I don't know if I could forgive myself. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
Okay, where is Alistair? He's at 65. Wynn is at 60. I look at what kind of gifts I can give her. Okay, there's gifts origins. Really? Oh, Wynn prefers wine. Apparently, the Rose of Orlais. This, I may have given that to frickin' Liliana, because she's from Orlais, so I figured there's a true prophet. I may have also given it to Liliana. Wine. Various merchants. I think I already gave it to her. Carry a notebook on the table via normal means. Where ruins. Okay, well that's the fancy
Yes.
Yes.
Vashaden.
Indeed.
On the way to Denerim anyway. Oh, we get a random encounter of some kind. Great. More. It's a combat encounter.
As you say.
Oh, it's the leader of the Darkspawn. I thought that was the There we go, we killed the leader of the Darkspawn, the play is over. All this time we thought it was the what you call it.
Trap! Up there. Coming trap. Let us do it quickly. Away with you! It's a trap. Very well.
Make him praised.
Here you go. Let's try it first. Shindings. Oh, okay.
Oh, I fell.
This is part of her character development, I guess. No, really, you're very observant. Are you alright?
For a moment there, I thought it was all over.
What was over?
Everything. I will explain everything when we are back at camp. Now is not the time.
Okay, so we've triggered her loyalty quest, I think. So I get her wine now because that's what we're here for, but I mean that's like the whole purpose of this is I want to see all the loyalty quests.
Yes?
Oh. Hello, free from the Lockstone Wreckers.
Let me take a look. I feared this day would come.
Sorry.
Welcome back to the Spoiled Princess. How may I serve you today?
How you drink?
Of course. What would you like?
I can buy injury kits from this dude. Cool. Oh, he has a quest?
Welcome back to the Spoiled Princess. How may I serve you today? my father's idea. Princess decided the country would... My father died of shock and heartbreak. Mother... Of...
Huh. Okay, why is there a quest arrow on him? Is that offering me a quest or not?
Oh, marvelous.
Go ahead and go to the party camp so we can...
I think I owe you an explanation for what happened earlier.
You had me quite
You
worried.
should know that something happened to me at the tower before you came along. You spoke to Petra, did you not? She told you I saved her from a demon. I did, but I did not survive that encounter.
You're undead? Ah, this case of death is taking a while to kick in then.
Let me explain fully. I engaged a very powerful demon to rescue Petra. It sapped me of all my energy and will and left me drained. It took everything I had to defeat it. And when I was done, I no longer had the strength to keep my heart beating. I remember my life ebbing away. Everything receded from me. Sound, light. I remember being enveloped in complete, impenetrable darkness. And then I sensed a presence enfolding me and cradling me, whispering quietly to me. The sensation is impossible to describe. I was being held back, firmly but gently, as a mother would a child, eager to slip from her grasp. I felt life and warmth flowing through my veins again. I began to be aware of small sounds and the discomfort of my hip pressing into the cold stone of the tower floor.
So you're alive. What's the problem?
The Fade contains spirits both benevolent and malicious. The benevolent spirits seldom make themselves known, because they want nothing from mortals, unlike the demons. It was one of these spirits that saved me. Without it, I would be dead. And it has not left me. It is with me, even now, bonded to me. You see, I am supposed to be dead. It is the spirit that is keeping me in this world. And this is not the way of things. Perhaps the spirit did not expect this, but it is weakening gradually. I am living on borrowed time.
And we will make the best of this
Yes,
time.
that we will.
Okay, it is approves or disapproves.
What's on your mind?
Why did Spirit choose to help
I have
you?
always had an affinity for the spirits of the Fade. As a child, I never feared my dreams because I knew they were there.
Must have been a strange
I've
child.
always been able to feel the spirits, even if I never saw them. And as I nurtured my talent in the circle, I became more sensitive. I began to notice every time I was in the Fade, whether it was in a dream or in magical practice, that I was being watched.
Do spirits, people watch people like that?
I suppose they must. It is these benevolent spirits that create our dream worlds in the Fade. Sometimes I would see it, a glowing, nebulous form. Most times I would just feel its presence, gentle and comforting, but somehow alien. I think it is a spirit of faith. They have never been seen before, and perhaps I am wrong. But something tells me I'm not. It always felt like the same entity. This one spirit was curious about me, and was guarding me, for want of a better word.
You're very lucky.
There were times when I was in the Fade that it seemed to stretch forth to shield me, keeping me safe. And I think it gave me strength in my most terrible battles, Ostagar being one of them.
But it felt it wasn't your time yet.
I don't know why I was chosen. Perhaps it knew that there was something more that lay in store for me. I like to think that I was given a rare chance, and I'm going to make the best of the time so generously given to me.
I'm glad you think traveling with me is worthy of your time.
I will not lie motionless in a bed with coverlets up to my chin, waiting for death to claim me. That is not the death for me. And so I will fight alongside the Grey Warden, and help prepare him for the task that is yet before him. So you had better listen to me, because I swear, if I should fall before the end and you don't seem to be doing things properly, I'll get up again to give you a good finger wagging.
I'll hold you to that promise.
You know, I think you'll be all right, even without my help. What's on your mind?
Something we could do to cure you?
Me? What? Am I sick now?
You're a little dead. I guess death isn't an illness, is it?
Even you know that you cannot cure the dead. And I'm not the only one dying. You are too. I'm just more efficient about it. Ah, child. Your concern is heartwarming. But death comes to everyone, and it is not something to fear.
I don't fear death. It's the dying that scares me.
People fear not death, but having life taken from them. Many waste the life given to them, occupying themselves with things that do not matter. When the end comes, they say they did not have time enough to spend with loved ones, to fulfill dreams, to go on adventures they only talked about. But why should you fear death if you are happy with the life you have led? If you can look back on everything and say, yes, I am content, it is enough.
Are you content?
I think I've led a good life, a full life. And I, for one, am not afraid of death, whatever it may bring. They say that when you die, your spirit travels through the Fade and returns to the Maker. And after that, we'll see, won't we? What's on your mind?
Do you have any regrets at all?
I try not to dwell too much on the mistakes of my past, of which there are many. I would go quite mad if I did that. But I do have one regret. The greatest misstep of my life. Made even more grave because it had dire consequences for someone else.
So long I thought you were perfect.
Perfect? Hardly. I aspire to it, but have fallen quite short. Quite short indeed. Years ago, I was assigned as mentor to a lad, Anarin. He was my first apprentice. Anarin was an elf, raised in one of the elven alienages, and he was very mistrustful of humans, especially humans in authority.
I see how this could be trouble.
What Anarin needed was time. Time to get used to his new home, time to emerge from his shell, so we could build a rapport. I gave him no such time. I was young and arrogant. He is a mage, I thought. He needs to grow up and act like one. I expected too much from him too quickly. I gave no consideration to his origin or his feelings, and he retreated further from me. All I could think of was how stubborn he was, how he was throwing away all his talent and his potential just to be difficult.
What did you think of you?
Oh, I dread to think. I was a harsh taskmistress. He might have thought I was a demon in disguise. You cannot plant crops in the cold, wintry ground. You cannot teach a student who is closed off and unresponsive. Patience is what is needed, and I learned that too late to help him.
What happened to him?
Anarin ran away from the circle one night. I had berated him over some trivial, ridiculous matter that I no longer remember. I drove him away because of something utterly unimportant. He was a child, 14 at the time of his leaving. They had his phylactery, and they hunted him down.
Phylactery?
The phylactery is a vial of blood taken from a mage. But blood is connected to life, and your blood can be used to track you down. They called him Maleficar, a mage who practices forbidden magic, deserving of death. He was a child, misunderstood and lost. I begged the Templars to tell me if he suffered, if they gave him a quick death. I got no answers from them. I was his mentor, and they wouldn't even tell me what became of him.
It's not your fault, Wayne.
I should have known better. I had the best mentors. They were kind, compassionate. Why didn't I learn from them? I failed Anarin. All I had to do was listen to him. He would try to talk to me, and I would tell him to concentrate on his spells. He talked about the alienage sometimes, and the Dalish. He always talked about looking for the Dalish elves.
He did find a Dalish.
The Templars are well trained and thorough. That he still lives, it would be a vain hope. The apprentices that came after Anarin benefited greatly from the lessons I learned from him. In a sense, he was my teacher, and I his student.
See, there's a bright
And
side.
there it is. My story, my one greatest regret.
Regrets. So hey, we're actually heading that way next. So, well, after Denerim. We already did Sten's quest. We are on our way. We've done Liliana's. We're saving more good stuff for later. Zevran, I have no idea. Does Dogme have a quest?
What say you?
Let's get something personal.
Oh, this should be good. What would you like to discuss?
Never mind. Okay, I don't want him to leave. I'll talk to him more later. Oh yeah, and there's Augur, I guess.
Yes.
Indeed.
What? Oh, come on. This is what? Why? That's the game is like showing Darkspawn Menace. It's like progressing and doing worse. Still. What am I doing? Really? Alright, go collect all these shiny things.
Orzammar has heard your call. We march for you, Warden.
It has begun.
I have to walk all the way over there. Fortunately, I don't have to do any other input because he's the game of his own pathfinding system, but still. Okay. And what do we need for Ogren? We need 42 strength.
Yep.
I need to level up twice for him anyway, so.
Good to see you, Warden. Fighting the good fight, eh? I have a big opportunity for you. 4 sovereigns. Arl Howe uses a warehouse in the market district from time to time. Word is, the Arl's been dipping into the city's treasury and discreetly moving silver bars to his estate in Highever. There's a fortune in that warehouse right now, and if you succeed here, Arl Howe gets a big black eye. But guards will be everywhere. Not those half-assed dock guardsmen either. Generally, I'm opposed to killing. But these are the Arl's hand-picked hatchet men, and stealth's not really an option. So, good luck. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, I don't like Arl Howe, so there's a good chance to stick it to him.
Good to see you again.
What's to be done? What can we do?
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
Okay, I think that's what it is.
That's my sister's house.
Oh.
I'm almost sure of it. This is the right address. She could be inside. Could we go and see?
Yes, let's do
Does
that.
she even know who I am? Does she even know I exist? My sister. That sounds very strange. Sister. Oh, now I'm babbling. Maybe we should go. Let's go. Let's just go.
Okay. We need to speak to this Raven first. Oh yeah, I had to actually have him use it. Here's exactly where we're. Oh, yeah. We'll just... Hamsters and rangers everywhere. Okay. There we go. He's probably more of a champion than a berserker. I bet she'd probably be a better duelist. Oh, let's make a save.
Hello?
Hey, you have linens to wash? I charge 3 bits on a bundle. You won't find better. And don't trust what that Natalia woman tells you either. She's foreign and she'll rob you blind.
I'm not here to have any wash done. My name's Alistair. Well, this may sound sort of strange, but are you Gordana? If so, I suppose I'm your brother.
My what? I am Goldana, yes. How do you know my name? What kind of tomfoolery are you folk up to?
Tell the truth, listen to him.
Look, our mother, she worked as a servant in Redcliffe Castle a long time ago before she died. Do you know about that?
You! I knew it! They told me you was dead. They told me the babe was dead along with mother, but I knew they was lying.
They told you I was dead? Who? Who told you that?
Them's at the castle. I told them the babe was the king's and they said he was dead. Gave me a coin to shut my mouth and sent me on my way. I knew it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. The babe didn't die. I'm him. I'm your brother.
For all the good it does me. You killed mother, you did, and I've had to scrape by all this time. That coin didn't last long, and when I went back, they ran me off.
Oh, wait, Alistair's fault, is it?
And who in the maker's name are you? Some servant of his to carry all his riches, I expect.
Hey, don't speak to him that way. He's my friend. And a Grey Warden, just like me.
Oh, I see. A prince and a Grey Warden too. Well, who am I to think poorly of someone so high and mighty compared to me? I don't know you, boy. Your royal father forced himself on my mother and took her away from me. And what do I got to show for it? Nothing. They tricked me good. I should have told everyone. I got 5 mouths to feed. And unless you can help with that, I got less than no use for you.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Alistair Cave here, hoping to find his family.
Well? So he's found it. I'm his sister. But what are you to me, boy? Except the one who took my mother away,
You think I wished her dead? I never wanted that. I didn't have the life you think I did, Goldana.
I suppose not. A bastard is still a bastard, isn't he? But brother or no, I've got 5 mouths to feed and no time to spare until they are.
And let me promise you this, Goldana. I'll do whatever I can. Speak to whomever I have to ensure you and your children are taken care of.
That sounds all well and fine. But you'll have to forgive me if I don't exactly hold my breath.
You have my promise. I can't give you more than that. Let's go. I want to go. Goodbye, sister.
Okay. Well, that went well.
That was not what I expected, to put it lightly. I lived up to my...
Are all these kids hers?
I suppose, but this is the family I've been wondering about all my life? I can't believe it. I guess I was expecting her to accept me without question. Isn't that what family is supposed to do? I feel like a complete idiot.
Except for itself. I don't know what to say. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry it turned out like this.
Yes, I'm sorry too. I guess I should have known better. Let's just go. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Probably have a talk about it when we get back. And possibly another talk about it after that.
Dwarven crafts. Find dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. Find better.
Magic
But the warehouse would be like on the map.
Dwarven crafts. Find dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
Okay.
We must not exhaust our supplies.
They still look squishy? Really? What kind of tank are you? I give you the best armor you can possibly have. Tier 4? I said this place was loaded. There's a silver bar.
Very well. I shall do it.
Silver? There's gotta be some shinny or dings in here somewhere.
I won't take the blame for this one. This was bad from the start. No way he was here to deal.
Body bag?
In fact, I ain't sticking around to see how this turns out.
Oh, that's the other, I guess we have another body we can dispose of. That's it? Just a bunch of silver bars?
As you say.
That's why the, one place is,
Fine dwarven crafts.
yeah. Well, it's still marked.
All men are the work of our nation.
Still got one more body somewhere?
Brag singers.
Or if we had to go like to those other like alleyways and corners and such to
Dwarven crafts. Welcome back. Is there something else you'd like to look at?
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas. We carry...
Reaper's vestments still not enough. There you go, that's enough, right? You know? I just need to save. What does Ogren have right now? Viridium. Oh, I haven't even upgraded his battle axe. I was wondering, can I get better weapons for him?
We carry items craft.
Oh, go to hell.
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas.
There we go, we have enough now. We don't. Of course we don't. Well, maybe in our next quest we'll finally get enough to get the best mage armor in the game, apparently. Oh well, the extra game you hit. Oh, I'm cooking on all that stuff. I mean the clothes I meant to. Possibly might just warp straight to Alistair and start talking to him before we can even save the game. Okay, that's good. There you go. Headed to all patrons, we're so patrons of our Aaron McMahon, thank you, Aaron. Which you can also become patrons for as little as $1 per month. Eventually, we will be implementing a new system for making requests and such. Just need to give some thought to it. And actually, maybe there might be a goal regarding having more patrons as well. um, before we change the system, or I don't know. I mean, I probably have the tiers, sort of, but they'll just be kind of cosmetic, really. Um, Because I mean, they're still like cool tiers. But anyway, um, but I don't know. We'll think of something. But anyway, you know, if you don't want to become a patron just yet, you can still do a bunch of other little things. So let's take a few seconds of your time. And if you're on YouTube, there's links in the description to like other stuff you can use to help. If you're on Twitch, you might want to check out our YouTube channel. Can't really link to it, but you can just search for Pixels Plays Dragon Age, Pixels Plays Mass Effect, Pixels Plays Skyrim, Pixels Plays Persona 4 Golden, and you'll find one of our videos, and from there you can look at our channel and find other videos you might be interested in. So check that out if you like. But in any case, thanks for watching. Until next time, sayonara.